Well, hello there, YouTubers out there, and wherever the hell you are in this crazy mud ball we call Earth, which seems to be crazier week by week, month by month, and year by year. So, what do we have here? We got a plane landing here. Landing approach to Pierre Elliott Trudeau Airport, which is formerly known as Dorval Airport. What is that? It's a WestJet Boeing 737. Anyway, so here I am in, I think I'm still in Ahuntsic. The Ahuntsic part of Montreal here. Yeah, I am. I know that because, you see, I wanted to film this street here for a while because, not this street here, this is Port Royal. But this street right here, St-Firmin, right here, because my mom grew up here as a kid back in the 50s and 60s. So it's kind of weird to do that, but that's how old school I am, and an eccentric as well. Let me just show you the other side. I don't know what the fuck happened to the sign. It's all screwed up and faded, and ça a besoin d'être changé, câlisse. Anyway, whatever. It's a curiosity. There you go. Those of you who like campers, there's Ford Econoline camper there, and there's one over there. Oh, except that's a Chevy. Excuse me. Yeah. And it's a gorgeous Monday afternoon there. I decided to take full advantage of it, even though I'm really feeling under the weather lately. I don't know if it's like partially because of the weather, because I feel sick, or is it because, I don't know, I have this stupid hypothyroid thing I was diagnosed with, and one of the symptoms is fatigue. That's a nice old house, eh? That's a really old house. This is probably one of the oldest on the street, I would think. Yeah, I love these old streets. I always have different types of architectures of buildings, you know. I don't know which one my mom lived at. My mom and my aunt, her sister, my aunt Lucy, with their parents, my grandparents, who unfortunately have been deceased for some time now. My grandmother passed away about 5 years ago, I think, 5-6 years ago. Look at that, eh? The Toyota Corolla, the workhorse for the average man, the poor man, the poor woman. That one actually, it's funny because it's actually in good shape, and that color looks to me like this car was repainted. Doesn't look like an original color. Anyway. Yeah, winds are light walking here northbound. If I was to walk east, I wouldn't be able to really film because the wind is coming from, excuse me, if I were to walk towards the west, which is where I'm pointing, that's where the wind's coming from. It's not very good. But yeah, I forgot to actually mention that over there back at Port Royal Street, Port Royal, there's a CN line, which I only found out, I don't know, months ago or last year, that that was built in the 60s. I thought it was much older than that. You know. You know. And apart from trying to do some train spotting, I'm always looking for some oldies, always looking for the, you know, the old cars and trucks and whatever I find that's survivors. You know, people, I want to talk, let's talk about that for a second. Being into old cars, I am addicted to them. You often see more than ever, you know, the term barn find and, you know, survivor. Let me tell you something. All old cars are survivors. Literally, think about it. Why should one be special to the other just because it was in a fucking garage for 30 years or in a barn for 45 years? Come on. They're all survivors, for crying out loud. Because the fact of the matter is, when it comes to old cars, trucks, buses, whatever, 90% of them end up in the junkyard, in the boneyard. That's a sign that Italians live here. You know, when you see homes with the arches like that, beautiful rounded windows and all that stuff, that's a sign, man. It's a mix of, you know, around here's a mix of Italian and black and Arabic and maybe a few Quebecois here and there, I guess. And yeah, so hopefully my mom will see this video there and you know, bring back some memories. I don't know when the last time she drove around here. You can see they redid the street here, eh? Because look at this, they made the sidewalks larger to put some green spaces. Now, as much as it looks nice, they're about to finish my street and do that. They're getting ready to do the pavement there, do the asphalt. But the thing is, where I live specifically, I don't know about here, but parking spaces always seem to be lacking. I mean, of course, you can walk any street around my place, even during a work week, in a work day, you would think people are all at work. No. It doesn't seem to be the case because there's nowhere to park practically. So at night, forget about it. It's even worse. So what do these spaces, these things do right here, these widened sidewalks, is they just take away parking spaces. I estimate on about one corner, just like the top of my street corner of my street, Cuvelier, it takes away basically 6 spaces. So about, well, I don't know, maybe 8 actually. There you go. That's the patience. Wonderful, wonderful. There you go. I'm glad I filmed that, you know. That's what I'm here for, to document whatever happens. Ah, good old Bluebird. Right on. With tinted glass. I was always made to believe that the tinted glass on the school buses meant that these, you know, these buses were hauling, you know, kids that are mentally challenged, right? Because we can't say retarded anymore, right? Man, it's a busy street though. It's definitely after school now with all these cars going around here. Oh yeah, by the way, this is Sauvé right here. La rue Sauvé. I should probably mention that. Right? Everybody is a star. I can feel it when you shine on me. I love you for who you are, not the one you feel you need to be. Non-scrap. Ever catch a falling star? By the way, if you can name that group, I will send a comment with a smile. Now, if you don't know that group, well, you'll see somebody will tell you who the artist is, and it was a great track, and it was actually a multicultural group, excuse me, from the late 60s, early 70s. Again, I'm not going to say who it is. One of you subscribers or old school like me will say. Look at that, eh? Ruff. Woof. Oh man, you know what? Just as I was going out the door today, Gloria was right next to the door, man. I could tell she wanted to go out. She's become so attached to me, you know, like I felt bad. I mean, I can't take her out with me. I'm like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this house. It looks out of place. It doesn't look like it fits with this street. It looks very expensive. It looks more modern. All the more reason why I film somebody's walks, eh? God, somebody's smoking some good root there, eh? Holy shit, man. There's a modern Ram there with that funny looking grill. There's Dodge Ram behind it, number 2, which is older. Ever catch a falling star? Oh, there's another Ram over there. Where the hell am I? Hochelaga? Where I lived, man, they love Dodge Rams. Holy shit, man. Got a good looking old Blazer. Late 90s, early 2000s. Clean. Good shape. Yeah, very nice. That's a big deal considering if you don't know. But if there's one thing I've learned recently when it comes to 4x4 trucks, all of them fucking rust to shit. Unless they're, of course, in, you know, the western part of the country or the southern Midwest and all that. Because here, man, this is the Rust Belt. So how do we call this? It's rust. Look, there used to be a garage there. Now it's a bunch of windows. That's pretty neat. It's pretty clever. The old sloping driveways. Look at this. You see those poles? A lot of municipalities and boroughs and so forth, and I imagine in other cities as well, have added those to have people slow down there because people just, you know, they don't have any fucking mindfulness. They're going down a friggin' residential street like this. There's kids and all that and animals and fucking barreling down there like, you know, 80 miles an hour. And it's just not right, man. It's not right. It's wrong. You know? Yeah. Yeah, just feeling run down lately, man. Jesus, I can't wait to go back and see my doctor. I'm actually waiting for my, I called the doctor's office today. My doctor's office, I spoke with the receptionist. She said she was going to check my doctor there because I had gone to see him like 3 weeks ago. He asked me for a blood test. I went, had the blood test done a couple of days later, and I haven't heard back from him. I'd like to see him, and, you know, I'm concerned about this hypothyroid thing and his condition, and... anyway, I don't want to go into it. It's just so the joys of growing older, really. It's just so wonderful. If there's one thing you can count on when getting older, it's problems. I'll tell you right now, man. It's like I told this chick at the local postal outlet, and she knows what I'm talking about. She's in her, what, late, mid-30s? I don't know. And I said, you know, it occurred to me last year, life is beautiful, but it's a fucking pain in the ass. It's true. Hey, look at this. You want some carrots? Hey, what's up, Doc? Right there. I should be eating more carrots because they say it's good for your eyes. I don't think it'd make a fucking difference for my eyesight, though, because I had my eyesight from my grandfather. And you see, if you often wonder why I'm always wearing sunglasses, look, I'll show you what. See? They're prescription sunglasses. So anyway, his eyesight was pretty much always stable until he got into his 80s, I guess, or 70s. Then he got, I guess, glaucoma or something. Yeah. And I think we're at Fleury, La Rue Fleury. Not to be confused with Snow. I think I'm gonna walk one more block. It's just such a gorgeous afternoon. Oh, sorry, excuse me. La Rue Montreal'S, Montreal Street. Yeah, man. What's this nice looking eye-catching green Nissan thing coming here? Eye-catching. Citroen, yes, I've seen before. Is that a copy of the Citroen, or I think it's just really, actually, it's a French Citron, because Citron in French is, Citron is French for lemon. You know, like if you bought a lemon, piece of shit junk, then it's a Citron. Look at this, speaking of the old Corollas, this one here, look at this. Rusted out, but still shiny paint, still on the road. Probably has fucking 350, 450,000 miles on the damn things. Because Toyotas, frankly, from what I've learned about cars, okay? The truth of the matter is, the best made cars ever, in my opinion, forget about 80s and earlier, but 90s and up was Toyotas. No doubt about it. I think every friggin' car they made practically was amazing. It's true. You know? And then after that, you got certain Mercedeses and certain BMWs, and then, well, you know, then it gets worse, you know, but down the list. You know, people love, I mean, there's so many people, they love their Volkswagens, but I've never really heard anything good about them in terms of quality. I've heard that when the Beatles came out, right, their first cars, oh, they were tough little cars, da, da, da. But on the other hand, the heating system was shite, you know, and just, look at this beautiful little house. Again, another nice little thing that doesn't, it looks kind of out of place. You see, this is where, again, this is where I like to film in the old sectors of the city, because, you know, look, I've said it before, I'll say it again. The old houses, the old buildings, it's almost as if all of them had a character of their own. That's why I love old cars. That's why we love the old stuff. Today, all these fucking cars are boring or they're colorless. And yeah, of course, they're safe and they're great on gas and blah, blah, blah. But they're fucking boring. Like 90% of them, for me anyway, and most people. And you know, it's the same thing with a lot of buildings. Build it as cheap as possible. You know, anyway, that's my purpose in life, to record the old school and the vintage. And now we're going into the shit season, unfortunately. See, look at that. Let me give you an example. Look at that railing there. See, that's old school. I like that. The design of it all, you know? The beautiful little things like that. Things that most people wouldn't even notice. Look at those houses. These semi-detached houses. Holy shit. Those look exactly almost like the houses my grandfather had. It was just like that. Same thing. 1956 in Ville Saint Laurent, Cartierville. Right behind the commuter train line. Wow, that's funny to see that here. See, isn't that nice? And we're still in the Ahuntsic sector, probably. Oh, hell, at this point we could be in Montreal North for all we know. But Montreal North is a little more over there. And we're going to wrap this up at the next street, which should be Fleury, if I'm not mistaken. It's a nice area, though, you know. Montreal North, some of it is nice like this. A lot of it isn't, unfortunately. And like Hochelaga, there's a lot of crime, unfortunately, in Montreal North, you know. The tree of life, huh? Sunshine on my face makes me happy. Yeah. There's some music coming from a car that's parking across the street there. And I think it's Charles Aznavour playing. I have a really acute ear for stuff like this, you know. And that guy died today. It was in the news. 94 years old. Those of you who are French, you know, and you're cultured, or you're cultured, or both, you'll know about Charles Aznavour. You know, vocal artist, jazz, kind of classical, you know, pretty neat stuff. Ah, damn it! Another thing that's bothering me too. Shit. For the past couple of days, I think I fucked up again, man. I think I screwed up my hernia. Yeah, I went for a bike ride there last Thursday. Went really hardcore, biked all the way from my place of Verdun and back. And then I think like that day or the day before, I took my air conditioner out of the window. Ugh, probably shouldn't have done any of that now, and it's hurting a bit, so I'm concerned about it. So hopefully I'll be all right. Hopefully. I don't know, man. I wouldn't be surprised if I had to get another goddamn surgery, frankly. Hey, look at this. This is the business where I spotted that Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra that was parked here. Beautiful Cutlass Sierra, practically mint. And there was also a Porsche 911. Oh, what's that? There's also a Porsche 911 parked there, but I didn't film it because it was gray, frankly. You guys know I love gray. Oh yeah, Swiss Air, Airbus A330. Anyway, guys, so we're here on Fleury Street. I'm wrapping it up. I hope you enjoyed this thing, little thing for you guys, and I wish you guys a very nice day. Those of you who are, you know, my subscribers for a while, a long time. Maybe you're new, newly subscribed, and wish you guys a very nice day. Take care. Adios. Buongiorno.